हेलो एवरीवन। सावन के झूले ग्रुप की तरफ से मैं माधुरी शर्मा परिचय कार्यक्रम में आप सभी का स्वागत करती हूँ। आज इस कार्यक्रम में आपका परिचय होगा सिसली जॉन जी से। वेलकम सिसली।
Thanks, Madhuri.
हाँ।
Thanks for welcoming me and my greetings to all, each and every one of you. And I thank you, Madhuri, for giving me this platform to just share some of my views, like what you had told me,
या
that some memories of
हाँ
my olden days, from my young days and all.
या
I thanks a lot for that.
ओके। तो सिसली जी, सबसे पहले हम आपके बचपन के बारे में, आपका स्कूल, कॉलेज एंड हॉबीज, वो सब के बारे में जानना चाहेंगे। लैंग्वेज इज नो
Okay.
प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन टॉक इन एनी लैंग्वेज, मराठी, हिंदी,
Ade-
इंग्लिश, व्हाटएवर।
I think I'll prefer to talk in English,
हाँ, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू
and
कैन।
in maybe some places I may talk in Hindi, but I prefer
हाँ,
talking in English. I'm sorry for that.
नो नो, इट्स ओके।
Yeah. Um, my childhood, if I start from childhood, I was born and brought up in Mumbai, and especially if you call it Chembur.
Oh,
I was
this area
born in
only. Yeah.
Chembur, and schooling I went to St. Anthony's Convent School in Chembur.
Mhm.
So I did my studies over there till 10th standard.
Okay.
And if I have to tell you about my school days, should I
Yeah.
tell you about my school days?
Yeah. Just tell some
Yeah.
remembrance.
Uh, yeah, that was, I studied in St. Anthony's Convent School, and I really enjoyed studying in that school. And that school is still there in the 10th road of Chembur. It is, there are three schools together. That is, one is that FX school is there. That's a Marathi and English medium school.
Okay.
Then next comes our St. Anthony school, and then there is a OLPS school. That's a boys' school.
Okay.
That's also a convent school.
This after this,
So
this Diamond Garden, we have to enter. We are
yeah,
entering
near,
that side
yes,
only.
yes,
Yeah.
near just from Diamond Garden,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
just come inside the road. That
Yeah.
is a
It's there.
school,
Yeah.
and as was a fully girls' convent school. It was. I
Uh-huh.
studied over there, and I really have very fond memories of my childhood and my school days over there. And if I have to tell you some of that, let me tell you, I was very naughty in school, and
Yeah.
and my teachers still remember me for that, and they have not forgotten me.
Uh-huh.
And even for my sports, I was very good in sports right from my childhood.
Okay.
To take part in sports, and then we used to play pranks in school. Because ours was only a girls' school.
Huh.
Inside the school also, we used to do a lot of mischief. And what things we are not supposed to do, like jumping the walls and all those things, we used to
Huh.
do all those things of jumping over the walls and going out of the compound to get things, like, like this board, and they used to cut these mango pieces and keep with this masalas and all those
Uh-huh.
things.
Uh-huh.
And that was strictly prohibited for us. Like, we should not go out to buy all these things.
Uh-huh.
There used to be a head girl and all standing near the gate.
Okay.
But say, like, I used to jump over the wall and I used to go and get all those things, and I used to come. And
Sports.
so that way, and then we used to have our sports every 2 years in our school.
Uh-huh.
And we used to wait for that sports meet to come. And I was in the greenhouse.
Uh-huh.
We used to have different houses, like a red house, yellow house, green house, blue house.
Acha.
And it used to be a very big competition, like which house gets the maximum points. And for that, we used to put our maximum effort to see that, like
You should get
each
maximum
house,
points.
like gets the maximum point. And I was in the greenhouse.
Mhm.
So we used to take part in all the sports. And I used to take part in literally everything, all the sports and all. And I used to be a squadron leader also for the march past, where we used to have the drill, and march past used to be there. Then we used to have those all those different types of drills and all. But I don't see all those drills and all nowadays in school these
Uh-huh.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my fond remembrance of my
School days.
school days over there. I still remember. I just wish, like I could go back the memory lanes,
Mm-hmm.
back to my childhood, to the school.
Yeah.
And sometimes I visit the school, but the full ambience of the school has also changed now.
Uh-huh.
But still, it was very good.
Yeah. And then
That was my school days over there. And
college.
then college, after that, I did college in KJ Somaya.
Okay.
KJ College of Somaya of Science. I did my chemistry, BSc chemistry from there. And what I wanted to say is, like in sports, I just wanted to tell you of my some. Can I tell you some anecdote of my school days?
Yeah.
Huh. Actually speaking, sports was for us, during those times, sports was, like a secondary thing. It was mainly studies.
Study.
So our parents used to tell,
Mhm.
like you have to study. Sports is nothing. So they never used to allow us for sports and all. And for us, for me also, it was the same thing. And somewhere when I was in eighth standard or something like that, our sisters, like they took us for this. There used to be a meet called this Cadbury meet. Am I audible? Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we had this hopping match. We used to have a different type of matches like hopping, kho match and all. And they used to take us from school to University Stadium
Okay.
by the school bus. Now, if I will tell at home that I have to go for sports for this meet,
They
I
won't
was
allow.
sure that they will not allow me. And my friends, they wanted me very much that I should be there in the team. And it was a hopping match. So they made up this one, they told us, and I had a nickname also. And they told me, we'll tell your mother that we have got social service some
Okay, okay.
uh,
Social service.
field work we have got.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
So they came and told, like you tell your in your house as a social service field work. I said, okay, I'll tell that. And my house is very close to the school. So from morning they took us in the bus. I told in my house we have got a social service field work. I'm going for that. And we went for the matches, and one after the other, and it was against all different schools. So one after the others, we started winning each and every round. So I did not think like I'm going to get so late, and I had never been out so far. I think when I was in the eighth or ninth standard, it was, and I didn't reach home by 5 o'clock. My mother came to the school.
School.
My mommy came to the school with my elder brother. So they went inside the compound and they called the sisters and told, I think there is a group of students who have gone for some social service work. They have not come back yet. So the sister said, what social service they have gone for? There's no group that has gone for any social service. There is a group that has gone for a sports meet. And mommy said, what? They have gone for a sports meet. So they waited in the school. My mummy, a very thin, like a stick, she cut off from that, like there was some hibiscus tree or something over there. So she took a long stick and she was waiting for me to come. So all my friends, and what happened? We reached the finals. The next day was the finals. And I was the most, I mean to say, the successful person in that thing, sports, like, like that hopping. So they wanted me to come the next day also. I told them, see, it is very difficult, Baba, for me to come. They said, no, you have to come. Because, like in that hopping match, I used to be the one. If I go inside this one, like there used to be that square, we had to, for 7 minutes, you have to hop and you have to dodge. So if I go for dodging, I will dodge for the full 7 minutes. And they used to send me first for hopping. And I used to make so many of them out and come. So like that it was. So they very well wanted me to be there in the team, and I have to come for the finals. I told them, "Arey, how I can come for the finals now? I've already told one thing. Now next day again, so they will catch me." They said, "No, no, we will tell it is the balance. I mean, carry forward of the social work." So I told my friend, her name is Tina Karat. I told her, "Arey, Tina, you do one thing. Morning you come to my house and you and call me and I'll come together with you." And what has happened on the way, all these girls got dropped down and I was the last person to reach because my house is closer to the school, na? So I was the last person to get down from the bus. That nobody was there, and that time we don't have mobiles, we don't have phones, we don't have any such things. I'm talking about the 70s. I think this happened in 76. 76, yeah, I think 76 or something like that. So nobody had any phone calls or mobile or anything where we can keep in touch with each other and give the messages. So when we all went back saying, okay, next day, tomorrow morning at 7:30, that we'll meet. Okay. Now I came to school. There, my mother and my brother was standing in front. My heart, I really got a heart attack when I saw them over there. So I came out of the bus and all my teachers, everybody had left. It was a school bus, it was. I got down. So she asked me, yes, where you had gone. I told them social work. Okay, social work, you had gone. So I just kept quiet. There itself, she took the stick and she beat me over there.
Wow.
I still remember. And then I came home crying. I was just in the eighth standard,
Yeah,
na.
yeah.
So you told lies and you went for sports. You went like that, this way and all. And my elder brother was also there. I came crying. And for me, it was not that beating which mattered me. It was not a beating or
Next
something like
day.
that. For me, in my mind was that next day,
Yeah.
my friend is going to come home to call me for this, the
Continuation.
the next day for this one. So what am I going to say for that, and how I'm going to say no for? I mean, how it is. So then I told my mummy, I have to go. You are not going anywhere. You are not going for any sports, nothing. The next day morning, my friend comes home. The full night I was crying, and and she told me, you go inside. I think they locked me up in the this one inside room or bathroom or something like that. So when this girl came, my mother asked her where. She told social service. My mummy gave her a big lecture and she told, what social service, you're telling lies. She is not coming. And she just went. And these people, they went for the match tournament without me. They lost and they came.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the next day, first place was they lost the match. The second thing was, see, when you're small, you don't understand what my mummy what she said. For them, like it was they, like, Arey, mujhe bomb mara. I mean to say, my mother has scolded me and all those things. So the next day when we went to school, she gave a big complaint to my teacher, my sports teacher. Cicely's mother, she said like that, and Cicely did not come, and that, this, and everything. I don't know what it is. And my sports teacher also, she had a big ruler in her hand. She called me, Cicely, come here. I said, okay. I went over there. You did not go for the match. I said, I couldn't go. She gave me one fatka.
अच्छा इधर से भी फटका.
With the ruler she gave me. And that time and all, like it was used to, like teachers used to, I mean to say, spank us with the ruler.
Yeah.
And we used to have that wooden ruler there. I think nowadays you don't get those wooden. It's there now. So with the wooden ruler it was there. So with that,
Oh.
so I still remember those days. Like it was my one sports car. This one where I had to go, and so I still remember that. And I tell my mummy, like you, Celine, why it was such a thing had happened. I said, yeah, you very comfortably have forgotten everything. But had you given me some support in all these things, I would have gone ahead or not. So that was my school sports one episode which I will never forget in my life. That way. Then in college also, like, see, nowadays, like you have got shoes, you have got spikes, you have got ground, you have got synthetic ground, you do the practice and all. For us during that time, there was no practice or anything like that. And, like
yeah. So what I was saying is like, during the college days, hello. Yeah, during college days, like, so my sports continued. Like I used to take part in sports. So there also, like, at home I never used to tell them, like I am taking part in some sports or anything like that. So when we used to have our sports meet, I used to just go and run, and I used to win medals. And now those medals I cannot get at home because my parents were dead against sports, at that time. Yeah. And my brother was also very good in sports, my younger brother.
Okay.
So for him also, they never allowed him in sports,
Okay.
So and then afterwards, I used to give my medals and all to my friend,
Oh.
I used to tell her, "Ay Baba, you keep it. I will take it, collect it later from you." So and 2-3 years, I got that championship shield also in the college. I won the overall championship.
Oh, wow.
So that when I was in third year BSc, when I won the championship shield, when I was running the 400 meters race, the chief guest was there. She was an ex-Olympian.
Oh.
So she saw me running the 400 meters race. So when she was giving me the shield, she asked me where I practice, you know.
Huh.
And I told her, no, I don't practice. I just come and run, you know.
Huh.
So then she told me immediately, you do one thing. I am giving coaching in this RCF college ground.
Uh-huh.
It is in Chembur only,
Yeah,
RCF.
RCF.
So yeah. So you come over there every day morning around 5:30, I think 5:30 or 6 o'clock time. She told me you come there every day morning for training. I just told her yes, and I just came off. I was just thinking, your sports, now I am doing my sports without the knowledge of my parents and all those things, because they were never supportive of sports, to be very frank, you know. And at that time, you know, like in 70s and early 80s, this sports was not given of too much of importance, you know. It was like very rarely, you know, like they used to feel it, you know, like only studies can, and you should study and then get a job and all such things, you know. So then I told to myself, you know, like where are you? You're in the last year of your BSc. Your exams are going to come close. Your exams are coming close. And if you go home and tell that you're called for the coaching camp, where they're going to allow you to go for the coaching early in the morning, I said forget it, and I just left it over there. And then after college, and that was my last year BSc ka, this one, you know, like and 2-3 years I got my overall championship in college. I used to run very well, and 400 meters and all I used to run without shoes, you know, like we did not have anything called spikes or anything, and no shoes, and it was not a synthetic ground, it was a full just this mattika ground, you know. And with all those stones, that small stones, and they never used to even make the ground leveling or you know, like anything like we used to just run on that. So that way it was. So college got over, and after college then, and once, as soon as I finished my college, you know, just before I got my results, I had given this BRC exam. Yeah, for that LDC I had given that exam, written examination. So I passed that exam, and the call letter came, and in July I got my appointment, and my BSc results came out, you know, like somewhere in August or something like that, August or September. So by the time I'd already started working, and then you know, like I think in my group I was the first one to get a job in my friends circle group, you know. I was the first one to get a job, and like, you know, it was, you know, like something on cloud nine, you know, अरे BRC में काम मिला है. Whereas my father wanted me to actually pursue my studies further.
Okay.
He wanted me to do MSc. Then, but for MSc, you know, like you have to do full time. There was nothing called a part time. I mean to say courses or something like that. So I did not do MSc, so he was not happy with that. And then I continued with my job over here. I did not leave my job. I did not want to leave the job what I had got. And that is how, like, you know, like that is how in BRC then I continued my job. And then when I joined BRC, I was thinking, you know, there is sports. I thought now I am independent now. Over here now, like my parents and all won't be able to interfere in my sports now that I'm earning and all such things, you know. But once I reached BRC, the first thing I asked somebody is, you know, is there, because, you know, like I was just fresh from college now, and I was very slim and thin, and my athletic, everything more vigor and everything was there in me. So I thought, you know, like I can continue from here, at least my sports line. I was knowing that in some offices there are like Air India, Indian Airlines, and ONGC and all, there is this sports, no? So I was thinking BRC also being such a big organization, there will be some sports, you know, I mean to say like athletics and all. But I was very, very disappointed. When I came to know there was no athletics in BRC. I joined 1985. So there was no athletics, and there was, as such, you know, like there was very few games were there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, some badminton or something they had. Badminton I was not playing at that time. I was not playing badminton. So what I did was, badminton was there, but athletics was not there. So I was very disappointed. So what I did was, you know, like I thought, you know, like I needed something. So I started playing badminton over there.
Okay.
I switched over to badminton.
Okay.
But then again, and I think, then athletics in BRC started somewhere in 1991.
Okay.
So first it was in Jadugoda. Athletics started in Jadugoda, and then after I joined, after that, I got married in 1987. Then I had my daughter in 1989, and the whole this only changes of a lady after that, So that what initially what I had thought, that athletics guy can continue and pursue and all, and then from 85 onwards there was absolutely no sports, So for 5-6 years, or then 91 again athletics started. I mean, the first year the athletics, they introduced athletics in DAE, inter DAE. It was in Jadugoda. My daughter was only 1.5, I think 1.5 years old only she was. But still, I was so much, this one, I wanted to be a part of that team, I left my daughter and I went to Jadugoda over there. And that also, Jadugoda was so far. It was a 3 days, 2.5 days journey by train.
Yeah.
And that also a second class train, second class fare, so but we enjoyed as a team. We went over there and performed extremely well. But the thing is, every time you go, you get all these new national. At that time, there was this national players, who was inducted from Hyderabad, one or two girls, who were inducted into in Hyderabad from in the team, So they won. They were just fresh from the nationals, They were national athletes,
Okay.
Yeah, so like that. But then after that, I continued in BRC. Then athletics also was there mostly every alternate years. Used to take part in that athletics and everything. And now then I switched over to badminton. Then I grew a liking for badminton also. So I started playing badminton. So like that, my sports at least till now it is continuing. But the thing is, what now also I am continuing my sports in BRC, which is in the DAE, but I still have to compete with girls of half my age.
Yeah, I know that.
When the competition,
then
I have to.
DA competition is like that only.
Huh?
DA competition is like that only.
Yeah, so you have to. Competition is there with half our age this one, but still, when I go to compete with them, I don't really think, I am of this age. When I'm there in the group, I always feel, I am of their age.
Yeah.
And so that gives me the vigor and the motivation and the inspiration to perform. Okay. So when I stand on the standing line, when I look around, I see, she is 25, she is hardly 26, she's only 22. But then I feel, and I think myself also, I'm of that age only. And then I stand on the line, so I don't think, okay, I am 50 or I'm 52 and I'm standing with a 22-year-old like that. So I self-motivate myself, to perform like that. And then in between then, once I started my athletics over here, it's okay now, what I'm talking, Madhuri.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. Anything else you?
No,
okay.
You
and then I wanted to tell you when actually, pardon?
Went for international also, no, you?
Yeah. That's this one. Then when 50 plus, then I went for my international meet. Yeah, I went. No, before that, I went for my national meet also.
Okay.
There was this nationals meet, no? So the first time I took part in the nationals meet, I went over there, I performed, and I had not trained much and all, because those people who were athletes who were coming over there, who was competing with me, that girl especially. She was, a champion for so many years, where she used to, literally do, all the training. Like she used to do that beach for running, mine is a short distance sprint now. Short distance sprint running mine is. So she used to do this beach running and weight training and, I came to know like she does a lot of training and all, and she has come and she's participating. I said yes, that should be the way. Like if one has to participate, you cannot get it without doing your homework. You have to do that. So I went over there. I was very happy, you know, like I was competing with such a good athlete, you know. And she came first, and I was second everywhere in all my events. The first place I was second, and but the distance between her and me was very less. You know, like this one. So I thought to myself, okay, if without practice and all, if I was, you know, like there's not much, so I can do it. I said, okay, I gave myself a challenge, you know, like I gave myself a challenge. Okay, now if that is there, next year when I'm going, I should do my practice and I should go and I will challenge this one. And the next year I went over there, I did a lot of practice, I did everything, and you know, and I beat her in the 400 meters. And I came first over there. Yeah. And and actually even in the 100 meters also, it was a time trial run, you know. So she was in one group and I was in the other group. But I don't know what has happened is, you know, like they gave her first and they gave me second, whereas all the judges and referees and everybody, they came and told me, madam, you ran extremely well, you ran very well, we thought like you are only first. I told them I'm very happy that you all are coming and telling me that I have ran very, very well. It doesn't matter to me that you all have given her first and me second, but your compliment from me and your remarks is more than enough for me, you know, that it is there. But in the 400 meters square, I better, you know, like I came first, you know. So I was very happy with it. So, you know, like what I wanted to say is, you know, like you will get nothing. I mean to say, if you have to achieve anything, you have to put in your hard work and efforts. So let it be in any field, you know, like let it be in any field. So you will have to, I mean to say, like, you know, if you see something, you say like, you know, मुझे ऐसा ही मिलेगा नहीं. And I don't really believe in that. I always feel, you know, like if you have to achieve something, you have to put in your efforts also that way. So then I went after that, like so my practice from there it started, like I was training under Jitu, you know. I used to go to Jitu for training. Yeah. And then I went for my international meet also. I went to Sri Lanka over there, and there I had won all gold medals in all the like 100, 200, 400 long jump and everything. And then I went to Australia for the masters meet in Australia. So there in 400 I came first. 100 I came second. Hello. In 100 meters I came third. I came third in 100. Yeah, and that was only, you know, like you say that, you know, like I could have come second, but you know, like that chest finish you say, na, like that one, because of that, like I just came third. But I was very happy with my performance. And in long jump also, I got a medal. I came second in long jump also over there. And yeah, 3 medals I got over there. That was for long jump, for then 400 meters, and for 100 meters. So the only thing is, like, I didn't go again for international meet because what happens is you have to spend money on your own. You don't get any monetary benefit, assistance from anywhere. So like spending a lot of money and going, I'm going to say, like I just, it's not like you cannot afford that, you know. So then further I did not go for any international meet, although I wanted to go for many international meets. Was our department also does not support, and they don't, our department also does not give us any leave or any financial assistance or anything like that. So just left it. So that is
even in career also.
And then in my in my career also, I joined as an LDC, and then immediately after that, I in 5 years time there was this open examination for UDC. So I wrote that exam and I became a UDC, and actually I was not in BRC, I was working in BRIT. And since I was away from this, like that main central complex and all, like the main administrative building, and in Brit, it was like a family, and nobody was so much career, I mean to say, oriented or anything as such. And even for me, I did not bother about my career, or like you have to give exam and all those things. So I was thinking, ye dunya bolega tu kya hai? What do you say that, like you are doing the work and there is something ahead, like you have to take your promotion, because we were away from that, like the main BRC. We had no contact with BRC inside and how things are inside. I had never worked inside BRC for this one to find out what exactly is competition in even in this field. And then afterwards, what has happened is, like I was, UDC, I was for a long time. Then each and every friend of mine, they started getting promoted, and they had become an assistant accountant and all. Then I thought to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like you are still in the same UDC post. And it was, like maybe 20, I think 91 I got my UDC, and another 8 to 10 years I just wasted. And I remember once, like I went I told my boss, like an assistant exam came. I told my boss, like I want to go for classes, inside BRC. I came to know that. So he told me that, like this is all funny episodes. I'm just telling you. He told me, like, I had not and I had not given. I became and this one not going for any classes or anything like that. So you don't have to go. And I said, okay, you don't leave me for classes, no? I am not going to give my exam. I was such a naive person, like this one. Like I told him like that, you don't leave me, then I'm not going to give my exam. So I did not even think, like he's not going to lose anything if I'm not going to give my exam. So that way it was, like so immature, like this way. So then I didn't study or anything. Then I just went and gave the exam. I saw in CC, like so many of them coming with all that FRSR books and all big books stacked with them and all. So I was just thinking to myself, what are all these books and all, everything, So, I don't know whether you know, there is that Nutan Chennai. Nutan, who took VR. She was in establishment section.
Okay.
She was my friend, Okay. So she was in front, ahead of me, She was sitting ahead of for this examination.
Okay.
I asked her, Nutan, ये क्या है ये सब books तुम लोग लेके आ रहा है? क्या रे तुम लोग क्या पढ़ता नहीं है क्या? I said, see, in our break, we there was nothing like where we had to use any of these rule books or rule positions and all. Ours was, a separately different set of work what we were doing over there, and there was nobody to guide us, tell us what is what, So then I told her, nahi re baba, kya hai? Then I told her, see, you do one thing. I am not telling you to show me anything. What books, you are having now. So if I will ask you that, no, when you are not writing from that book, now, you please give it to me. Like this one, like if I ask you for the reference book, so you just give it to me and I will see to that I will take it. I will not disturb you when you are writing it. So the question, I did not have literally any book the time I went over there to give that exam, That is the first time. So then I went to the sat. I saw everybody, like the papers come, like they're opening the book and then they are referring to that book and they're writing this one. And I kept quiet. I said, whatever I knew, something I wrote over it. Then I took the book from her. I said, what is this? Everybody is referring to the books and all those things. Then I also started referring to the books, I think people are looking back, front, here, there, everything. Then I also started referring, like whatever I came to know, I got it from there. I also wrote over there. Then I decided to myself, like I have to be very sincere. And after that, I think the examination, like I made a self-determination, no, I have to learn. And then nobody was there to help me out. I brought all the books. I studied myself. And then I gave my examination. The first attempt, I passed in 2 papers. And one paper, I mean to say, like, like one paper also I had passed, I got exemption in 2 papers. The fourth, one paper I lost by some 2 or 3 marks. And the other paper, I did not get an exemption ka mark. I just lost by some because some 2 or 3 marks for an exemption. So I had to give 2 papers. But for the 2 papers, I had to wait for nearly 5 to 6 years. Because during those times, there was not examination. I think like there was no examination every year, unlike now. There was no, like, it was a real struggle for me, like, and after I had decided like I should be serious, like, it was, like a long waiting period for me, like to wait for your this one. So then I got my assistant exam. I cleared my assistant immediately after in the second attempt, and I got my posting in DAE, and I went to DAE. I was very happy working in DAE. To be very frank, I enjoyed my work in DAE. I was working over there, and from there, APO's exam, like, like after that, and literally, I mean to say, even for those, it was nothing was given on a golden platter. I mean to say, golden platter means what, even being in DAE also, they never used to give us any leave to study or anything as such, When we used to ask for leave for studying, they used to say, because there was so much of hectic work, no leave. So I used to come home, and night I used to sit, like up to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I used to sit and study, I used to do this one, and then next day again go to work and all. But anyway, it was a long, hard struggle for me, like career-wise, But I'm very happy that I've reached this position. I'm very satisfied with that. So that way.
Okay. You are also active in some
So
social
work-wise
work
also, I'm very satisfied.
Some social work.
Pardon?
You are active in some social work.
Social work. Yeah. Actually, I'm very fond of pets. Like animals and all. So, and I mean to say, like, I feed many of the animals and all over in my societies and buildings and everywhere, even in the offices also I feed them. And another social work is my brother is doing some work in the Red Street areas. Like he is rehabilitating the ladies of the Red Street area, that is the Kamatipura area. So he has rescued over more than 800 ladies from the Red Street area, their children and all. So occasionally, I mean to say, like, I don't go for any rescue work over there, but in some way, like how I can help him out, like this one. So that way, like, like we also give a lot of help. I do some part of mine in that.
Okay. What are your future plans?
Pardon?
Your future plans?
My future plan, see, actually I don't plan anything. I just take it the way it comes, like now, see, future means now, you mean to say career wise, or in which way, like you're asking me for a future plan?
Anything. Whatever.
See, now future means, like now
you may plan to
I'm an APO now. In this one now, I have a ambition that I should, like, before retiring in 2024.
Okay. So 4 years.
Pardon?
4 years is still there.
Yeah, I mean to say, like, as such, like, yeah, 4 years is still there. So I have not thought about it much, like what it is. So I don't, like, I'm not a person, like, who thinks about, the future. I take each day as it comes, like.
Okay.
So I am that way, like. So I say, like, you should live each day, like. However it is, like, that way.
Okay.
So we have not seen what is going to happen.
Yeah.
The next moment, you don't know what is going to happen. Yeah. So I mean to say, you plan something and you keep, and that may not happen. So you may say, "Hum tabhi wo karenge." I say, no, not that way. Whatever, if you have got anything like you want to do it, don't keep it for that. If you feel that it can be done now, do it now. Okay. Yeah, do it now. Like, if it is in your, see, I'm not saying like that, like after it, I'm to say, if something is there, what you can do it now, why you have to wait for it to happen? I mean, for you to do it afterwards. Okay. So, like, that may not happen also that sometimes. So then, like, then when you go started, then you will say, अरे यार, वो तो तभी करना चाहिए था, अभी उसके लिए too late हो गया. So instead of that, like, if anything is there in your mind and you feel it is in your hand that you can do it, and instead of keeping it, postponing it. Do it
Good.
immediately.
Yeah.
Do it if it is possible for you to do it. So that way. So I have no. To say I don't think too much of the future. Like I feel like each day the future when it will come. Okay, it will happen. Whatever has to happen is happen. I believe in destiny. So like whatever is there. If it is good, it is good. If it is bad, it is bad. Like you cannot change that way. Yeah. And another thing is also now also like I get up early in the morning and I do my regular practice. I go for my regular practice and to keep my fitness level, like I do my exercises, I do my practice and all those things. Like I feel like all we ladies, like we should keep some time for ourselves, to do all such things, like.
Correct. Inspiration. From where you got this inspirations for sports and all?
Sports and all. See, inspiration means I was an athlete right from childhood.
But
so
okay.
So that like what I'm saying is like I that is my hobby.
Okay.
So sports is my hobby. Like see, like so for some like it is like your music, singing or anything. Like sports is my hobby, and so like like if I don't do it, like I feel I'm missing something. And now also during this lockdown also, I'm missing sports so much. Like playing the badminton or going to the to say the track and running and all. So like. And inspiration also, like when I see that also I can tell you, I so many of our athletes are there, so the to say even now also they are so fit, and now also they can to say they can perform also. So when I look at them, I say so like I get inspiration from all of them. I keep watching all these videos on the YouTubes and all of all our old great athletes, our athletes, Indian athletes also, and of international athletes also. I keep watching them, And another thing is what like to see this inspiration and everything is a different terminology and all those things. I feel we can get inspired by them, but at the end of it, you yourself have to make time for yourself to do anything what you want to do. So just getting inspiration is not everything. See, you can get inspired and you can sit by that by saying, "Arey yaar, wo itna acha hai, wo itna acha karta hai, ye hai." But then, not only in sports or anything, in any hobby of yours, in any activity of yours, you yourself should, whatever is your like, you have got any hobby, you have got any activity, time will not come to you. You have to make time for that. From your daily routine, whatever it is, I feel like you should make time and give for yourself to do what you like.
Correct.
Yeah, right. I always feel that. See, because you have got right from the day, from morning onwards, you have got, endless work to be done that, like that is going to be there. One after the other, like morning when you get up, right from chai to raat ka jo bhi hai, karna hai, we only have to do it. And in that, you can, if you will say, mere ko time kidhar milega ye karne ke liye, you will never get time. But in that, you have to say for myself, I will keep. Hello? Can you hear me? But then you should say for myself, I will keep this half an hour, I will keep this 1 hour for myself to do what I want to do. So until and unless you do that for yourself, I think nobody can help you out, See, so no, and inspiration and all those things, it is only, like, okay, you can get inspired from them, everything, and but at the end of it, you have to do your part. Correct. So I feel that, like all our ladies and whoever it is, like I hear so many people telling, Arey, mere ko wo karna hai, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to, but I am not getting time. So I cannot do that. But then I tell them, see, time is not going to come to you. You have to make time for that. And in a day, at least you have to keep some time for yourself where you should say, yes, this is my time for myself, for this one. You have to be a little selfish like that.
Madhuri.
हाँ
Madhuri.
हाँ बोल रही कुछ.
ये
हाँ ये कुछ बोल रही है. अंजू बोल.
आ गई.
हाँ.
Oh, hello. Oh, so cute. I love cats. I love dogs. I love all pets. You know. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I got a lot of pets. I got a lot of animals on the road. You know, like who,
Yeah.
as soon as they see me, they all come running to me,
Yeah.
and I go and at night also I go and feed many of them on the roads. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cicely, for accepting our offer.
Thanks a lot, Madhuri. I hope it was okay. And I
Yeah,
meant to say
nice,
like this was
very-
the first time I meant to say like I was. I hope like like whatever I said was okay. Like
no, it's very nice, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my childhood and all, it was not. I mean to say, it was all in a city only. You know, like.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to tell, like when we used to come back from school,
Yeah.
from my childhood, when we used to come back from school, we used to just keep our bag, like bag and change our school uniform. Just run to like we had the playground, like what do you say? There's a school playground. And there we used to nearly for 1.5 hours we used to just play and then we used to come home. So like whereas nowadays we cannot see any of such things like children playing on the ground and all so much, like they are all so addicted to the mobiles and TV and everything.
Games.
See, for us at that, so but like we used to play what games, that Karvanti, that Lagori, and like Chupa Chupi. And we used to go hiding behind the buildings, and then we used to go searching for these bangle pieces,
Small pieces,
and we used to play those stones, like that. Like so many games we used to play, and then I think there was, this when I still remember one more thing I wanted to tell, there's something called this bus fukadi or something like that. These Maharashtrians in some.
Bus fugdi. We have to sit and then leg like this.
I had so many Maharashtrian friends. Yes, during some festival or something like I had these Maharashtrian friends, like so that night we used to that do that fugadi also, and then we used to play that what bus fugadi and all those things,
That we are doing
and
Sawan ke
childhood and all.
Sawan ke Jhule, we are doing that one thing. Sawan ke in Shravan Mahina. One program we are organizing, that Sawan ke Jhule, and in that all programs like bus fugdi, jimma, all we do that.
Okay. Because that was during our time, we used to really enjoy, like doing all those things. But nowadays, all you just cannot see anybody doing all such thing. I don't know, it is still there or no. But going to the ground and playing, and like that was all, like that, all those childhood memories, like just I'm going to say you can just refresh. And actually, by you asking me all this, I have gone back to the some nearly some 40 years behind, and I have refreshed everything, Yeah. So it was very nice, and thank you, Madhuri, and really enjoyed talking and talking to you and talking to all. I'm going to say, and I'm really thankful to the others whoever.
Now you can unmute everybody.
Thanks a lot.
सभी लोग अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं, अभी बात कर सकते हो. नहीं, अदर्स आर नॉट.
मैडम आपका सुन के हमें भी बचपन का याद आ गया. आपका सुन के हमारा भी बचपन याद आ गया है. वैसे ही ये सेम.
हाँ, सबको बचपन का याद आता है.
सेम ही है, जैसे आप रनिंग करते थे वैसे हम लोग भी करते थे.
अच्छा, very nice, very nice. Abhi, now also you should run. I mean to say, you should not think like like we are old or we are this one. It is not like, I mean, ऐसा नहीं है कि you should run fast. Ground में जाना है and जितना हो सकता है. See, it's not necessary that you should run fast or this one. How much you can do, like even if you can do a walking also, like you should do something. And you
walking from Model Lab to Northgate, I am रोज करती हूँ. Visham.
That is very nice. No, that's very nice. And one thing is there, you should never say we cannot do it. Always, you should have a positive attitude. Okay, if you cannot do, that's a different thing. But you should always try to do it. And then if you cannot do it, that's a different thing. But first only by telling no, मुझे कर नहीं सकता है, मैं कैसा करूँगी, that should not be the attitude. Like I can do it. Maybe the first day you will be able to only walk some 100 meters or 200 meters. But then slowly, like you will gain your confidence and you will be able to walk.
Yeah.
वो जो नॉर्थ गेट से जो मेन गेट, आई मीन टू से मॉडलैक से उधर तक, आई मीन टू से मेन गेट तक, लाइक पीपल नो दे से यार कैसा चल सकता है, बिकॉज ड्यूरिंग आवर चाइल्डहुड आल्सो वी डिड नॉट हैव एनी ऑटो रिक्शास, we had to walk, auto rickshaw, there was no auto rickshaw. कहाँ भी जाना है चल के जाना है. And I remember all my 5 years of college 5 years of college I have walked
to Somaiya,
from Chembur
to Somaiya.
Oh yeah, Chembur to Somaiya. Yeah.
Oh.
मैं भी स्वामी में थी ना मैं, तो मैं भी चुनाभट्टी से वहाँ पे चल के ही जाते थे हम लोग.
Because ये जो the year I started the college, that year only, that flyover is there ना, that चेंबूर का जो फ्लाईओवर बन गया है अमर महल के लिए.
वही पहले नहीं था वो. That was 80, 82, 83 it was, तभी बन रहा था construction.
So they just started the work for that, So then if I had to take the bus, I had to walk all up till there, cross Amar Mahal, and then take the bus to Ghatkopar, Vidya Vihar. तो मैं बोला ना चल के वहां तक जाके बाद में बस लेने से अच्छा
चलो
walk the whole way ना. So we used to do walking from here, cut into Tilak Nagar, Amar Mahal, Tilak Nagar, then Shell Colony, Tilak Nagar, and Vidya Vihar. So, we used to walk like that.
Okay.
So that way.
Okay, we will stop now.
Yeah, okay. Madhuri, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, sure, bye. Okay, dear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Sure, bye-bye.